Welcome back, y'all. We are back for some Pokemon Showdown action. Yeah, we'll be using this Aurora Veil offense. If you want a team, you have a team that you want me to use, just the link's gonna be in the description down below. Get started. Let's get started, man. Terra Ice. Easy. Guess not. If it's Veil and shit. I can see that being. Beam Split Encore. Steel Beam Full Switch. Earthquake list, that's wild. I cannot condone this. I cannot condone this madness. I cannot condone such madness. I'd rather not have Steel Beam. I cannot condone such madness or Earth Power. Cannot condone such madness. Alright, so what are we working with here? Dragonite can do wonders. I am jolly as well. Dragonite does wonders. What's my set on this? This does wonders as well. Booster energy. Ogre Pond, that runs sturdy. Samurot's finisher. Well, Samurott would be a poor lead. Actually, this particular battle. This is actually funnily useful. This ball set. Because at this point he has nothing to guard against the Cudgel of the Ivy, right? We have the Dragonite. It really depends on what he has. He's probably gonna hard switch out or Roost. I don't know what these run. Could Terra Normal Bandit E-Speed right now. Never. I actually have not configured a game plan as yet. I made the mistake today of recording this late. It's currently it's 8 o'clock actually. And you know, rule number 1, never record late. So my brain power, I've been working on so many things behind the scenes to get the Art of War stuff ready. Setting up the pages, the sites, all the things. And so honestly, I'm just not in a, I don't just want to chill and play some games, but I also want to get up to the 1800s, which is why this week, you know, I haven't been uploading every day. It's been every other day because I wanted to take some time to focus. It's the acrobatics. I mean, there's so many ways to win this game. So Heatran again. But here, you should Terra or hard switch. But even if he doesn't, one Magma Storm won't kill me and I can VS out. With the Aurora Veil positioning, I'm in this like great position, right? And so this allows for me to VS out, pop the balloon. Which he might not want, but what is he gonna do? He might go to the Treads. So the Dragonite, did it just take rocks? So his boots D-Knight with Hurricane. If I were to Dragon Dance with my Dragonite right now, would that be ideal? Or would it be more ideal to Dragon Dance with my Roaring Moon? Yeah, I think so. Let's see what happens. Maybe there's a downside that I'm not aware of. Hurricane Dragonite. God, these fucking dorks. Who runs Dragon Tail, bro? You're a loser. It must be known. I must let you know. Roost. Okay, so that changes things a bit. Probably could have. But what is he gonna do? I'm faster. If I Dragon Dance, what does he do? Spin. So okay, I guess spin matters. Probably should have thought about rapid spin. So Earthquake probably kills me from here. Damn. Rapid spin did 10 under Veil. I fucked this up. I didn't think about rapid spin. I mean, the game's far from lost or anything, but like, just how I'm playing this wasn't ideal. I don't think Trish can do 53. It does. I was wrong. So shit like that right there, I didn't have to have that situation happen. And so I allowed for me to be in a position that I didn't need to be in. So let me slow down and actually think about how I intend to win this, so I don't just toss the game, or like toss the game not thinking things through. We got a bit of data, so treads. Fucking treads this. He has earthquake. I can't believe that killed me. So what I need is rocks up. If I were to veil, that's fine actually. Veil is best because he shouldn't have a steel. Well, he might have steel move. I doubt it though. But even if he does, I don't know. Maybe it'll kill from 56. But just allow rocks up. They rapid spins, which is interesting. I'm not sure why he did that. Considering that's a free wellspring, even if you rocks, we're back at square one with the Dragonite matchup, and rocks are very important to me. So I'm gonna stealth rock here. Plus, based on his set, he's some weirdo stuff. I want the Goldengo's item gone so I can Dragonite with my D-Knight. So D-Knights again. This pesky ass thing having Dragon Tail is a bitch. This Heatran is super high on health. My Roaring Moth. You can tell your boy is on some. So I spin it here because I know he's gonna stay in because I'm too threatening. Plus, what is he gonna switch in on such a beast known as a Dragonite? So Terra Steel, so he forced a Terra, which is interesting. Dragon Tails, get Iron Moth. Not ideal because now this Heatran's gonna come in. I have one more turn of Veil, so if he goes to the Tran, I can take the what's that move called? Actually that's not necessary. You see, look at me not thinking things through. Look at me making mistakes. Why did I say that? Because the Ogerpon, because I have one more turn of Veil, Magma won't do shit because of the Veil. This allows for me to roost on what's likely Goldengo and get the pivot matchup versus with what's this shit called? I'm faster anyway, so unless this has Will-O-Wisp or something, which would be a stupid play to make because you're very weak to Iron Moth, which we just proved. At best, it's a speed tie versus the Cornerstone, which I didn't want, but you know, it can be done. So a D-Knights, because he was probably willing to sack the D-Knight. He didn't expect me to have, because I mean, if you're switching D-Knight and not EQ, yeah. So now Goldengo comes in, which I figured would happen eventually. But give me some time so I can reconfigure my brain. My apologies. I know people come to my channel for the highest level of competitive content, but I am a human being as well, and so there are times where I'm going to be making human mistakes. This would be a free Veil turn, but I don't want him healing. The D-Knight is too, so we'll cudgel hard because it forces in his Cornerstone. Thing about it, if his Cornerstone loses the speed tie and I get the U-turn off, I'm in such a great position. But if he wins the tie and goes for something like Power Whip, I think they all have the same defense now that I'm thinking about it. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know why he went Shreds. I think he forgot about the booster or he's lost his mind. Yeah, I think it's the latter. He lost his mind. But that's what I'm saying. Why would I go hard Ogerpon on the Heatran's Magma Storm when he clearly has no solution or no proper solution to it? But the Ogerpon is a problem in and of itself, because if you were to Power Whip, now the thing about it is that I guess I'm fine versus Goldie. I want to see what his initial. I don't have to risk the tie. I want to see what his move is going to be. Trailblaze. Okay, that's fine. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I get it. That blows. It wouldn't have won him the game, but it sucks nonetheless. Because all I'd have to do is go Dragon Knight and Terra Ice one shot. Well, I could go. There are a couple things I could do. I could have went Ninetales first to boost with the hail, and then Terra Ice. I'd assume Terra Ice Spinner would one shot. If it didn't, then maybe I could lose. So that is a possibility. I mean, him going for Trailblaze was an awful play, but he's been making awful plays. Because you want to go for Power Whip there every time. Because if I stay in to risk the tie and I attack you, you lose every time. Right. Unless he was thinking, well, I need to just, but that wouldn't work because I've shown you Ice Spinner. So if you're assuming I have Ice Spinner and E-Speed, but I guess he thinks I don't have E-Speed since I have Roost and High Spinner. So it's like, okay, maybe Earthquake is his last move. So that's a fair point. I'd have to find out whether Ice Spinner would have one-shot the Ogerpon. I think that's what it would have come down to ultimately. If it didn't, then he may have won there. But anyway, we're gonna go to the Ninetales and get this Veil up. He may have Jet. If that's the case, then plus Ogerpon, Savagery. Either way, so it's Choice Scarfed. Very interesting. Choice Scarf. If I were to go to Dragon Knight, he'd dance, he'd go Goldingo. Oh, the Goldingo might have some fucking weird stuff. I'll just go Ogerpon. And this allows for me to knock off. If he Sacred Swords, I'm fine either. Actually, no. Let's Power Whip directly. But if I miss, he's not gonna have Sucker Punch and be Choice Scarfed. If I miss the Power Whip, it puts me in an awkward spot. I don't think there's any reality where he has Sucker Punch in his Choice Scarf. Because I didn't want to miss the Power Whip and he Sacred Swords me twice. That guarantees me no value. So him going Samurott and repositioning back pretty much ensures that the game is mine because I just sack. And he Ceaseless Edge Locks, which is great because this allows for me to Terra into Ice. Actually, don't even have to Terra. Just Dragon Dance directly, but it'll give me the defense boost. Yeah. Look at that defense, 339. Look at this in the snow. And now I just go for the Earthquake. The Samurai died. Probably it's better to Dragon Dance again. I'm not 1000% certain that I'll knock him out and he's gonna be faster than me. Better to D-Dance again to ensure that the EQ kills. +2 EQ for sure knocks him out, but I wasn't sure about Jolly +1. I'm so used to having E-Speed, so I never have to think about stuff like this. But yeah, forgive that rook. Like this is why you have to have game plans, my friend. So even now my knowledge on the meta is low, so it's, you know, that's the first pillar of power that you have to increase before anything else can happen. Any skill increase has to follow knowledge increase. So, you know, because all skill is just solving problem, right? So if you can't, you know, something I say often on here is that if you don't know what problems are in front of you, you can't solve them ahead of time. And since Pokemon is a game of anticipation, you have to know what is likely to occur. So as I look at this team preview, I have to know what is likely to occur before I can even make a game plan, which is in the knowledge realm, and the game plan is in the skill realm. Plenty of stuff coming out, which will go into further detail on far as how, you know, I'm big on, you know, a lot of things keeping people stuck is actually well-intentioned advice. It's sort of like the person who's, you know, trying to get big in the gym is like, oh bro, just gotta eat steak, bro, right? Because that person ate steak. But it's not, that's talking about the tactics level, right? You have tactics, strategy, principles, and you have the highest level, which is, you know, we're not gonna get into that. But you're talking at the tactical level, so most advice you're getting is at the tactical level, which is what to do, and strategy, what to do, and when to do the thing. Principles tell you why everything works and how it works, so you can apply that in any situation. Dragonite could be good here. Very good. Destroys everything except like fucking Garganical. Oh, I'm very Heatran weak. Or not Heatran strong, I should say. More accurate. What would he need to do to deal with my Ninetales if I intend to actually do something with the Roaring Moon this time? Because he's very Roaring Moon weak too. He'd have to write Tran. And I'd assume I'm actually gonna Earth Power this turn, funnily enough. Because I figured Tusk is gonna come in like, jam, why Earth Power? Well, this fucking Great Tusk is actually a decent impediment because I'm not Terra flying on the Roaring Moon, and so would Terra Ghost be useful? Terra Ghost would be useful versus a potential E-speeding D-Knight. And so what this does is allows for me to reposition into the tails, which he was trying to get out of anyway. Since he saw Earth Power, he probably feared Steel Beam, and his Tusk would have gotten put in the dirt. But notice the beauty of it all, as Heatran likely has to come in, which is fine. But you know what's not fine? This motherfucking Ogerpon that he has to deal with. So I likely could force the Terra here. It'd be a little premature considering how solid Roaring Moon is in other contexts. So I'd have to think if it's worth it here. What I'm saying is that I could hard Roaring Moon here and Dragon Dance. What would his initial decision be? Initial play would be probably hard Garganical, and then would be forcing the Terra. And alternatively, I could go hard to Ogerpon, which would likely lure in Dragonite, so that's a knockoff into U-turn. Yeah, I have the leeway to Will-O-Wisp. Oh lord, oh no. In that case, I'm cudgeling hard because he's not switching. It doesn't matter if he switches. Since he made that play, Will-O-Wisp, that's very good. It's a very good move to actually, no, I'll knock. If he leaves the Heatran in, he makes himself moth fodder later on. Though my moth is walled by Garganical since I'm Terra Ghost, so I guess from a value standpoint, I think I get the most out of this. Dang. Maybe, no, there's no way I could have anticipated Will-O-Wisp, as Pult comes in and the Pult is Boots, which means I'm gonna get darted and things, which fair enough, right? I actually don't want him U-turning or hexed, I mean. So if he had, say he's using some status stuff. Okay, fair enough. I've shown Earth Power, so it'd be foolish of him. He's probably gonna go with the Dragonite. Earth Power to a KO Tusk. Yeah. And so now you leave the D-Knight, and Tusk would be an odd decision, because you'd assume I only have Steel Beam to touch you. I don't think he's gonna expect full switch, right? Which will give the sash, or not the sash, you get what I'm saying. This allows for the hail as he EQs, and I get to force out. As I'm staring down Tran on a Dragon Dance. Well, since he has Will-O-Wisp, I actually can't Dragon Dance willy-nilly. So we're gonna opt for the Moon of the Roaring here. We gotta. Okay. What did I just have? He roosted on a Ninetales. Okay, fair enough. Okay, you got it. You made the move. I swear if Dragon Tail is another. Okay. Okay, I don't agree with the D-Dance, but okay. So I could Terra Ghost Dragon Dance with him. Unless there's something else I'm missing. If I Terra Ghost, how does he stop this? Because he'd have to, I mean, unless they run like, he's running Ice Spinner as well. Why would he make this play? What am I missing here? What would I need my Terra for? I'd want my I wouldn't need my Terra for D Knight. It'd be nice. Let's see what happens. I'm curious. Why would you even? Okay. Maybe I'm missing something. We'll see. Because knockoff is a 2 KO here. Why would you roost? What am I missing here, guy? Well, let's find out. Instead of me asking fucking questions that you guys don't know the answer to. The reason I'm saying this is that just doesn't move you far enough, right? Like it doesn't actually move the needle. It puts you in an awkward spot where you have to Terra that guard, most likely. Pretty sure it's Terra guard. If he goes hard guard, then I know it's Terra. It's probably Terra Fairy, I'd assume. And you know, I didn't want to. I thought actually it probably was EQ, so it gives me the Dragonite because my Dragonite doesn't. Nothing on my team needs the Terra. And if the way it's looking, yeah, so the guard comes as heavy duty boots. I'm about to get Salt cured. If it's not Terra Fairy, then knockoff's my best play. If it's Terra Fairy, I get the item anyway. Terra Ghost. Oh my goodness, yeah, you made a foolish decision. I have never seen Terra Ghost, so that's so wild. So now he gets swept. But that's what I'm saying, like why do the D Knight sequence like that if you're so weak to? And it's funny because I wouldn't have gone about it, even me Dragon Dancing, I would not have gone about it that way if he made his best possible play. It was when, what did he do? When he roosted, or he dragged one of them, he roosted or he Dragon Danced on a turn, that I'm like, why would you? The reason I say that is because my options, let's say I were to solve the Dragonite issue, I'd go hard Ninetales. If you know you can't one-shot Ninetales, then yeah, he roosted on the Ninetales turn, anticipating the double switch. But like, if I attack your Dragonite, the value trade-off is too high. If you're gonna take the risk, you have a Wispy trend that you could Terra at whim. So if I double out to Dragonite or Roaring Moon or Tusk or whatever, just something you expect me to go to stop your Heatran, and then the risk versus reward of giving up your Dragonite wasn't great. And I'm really glad I knocked off on the guard, because I would not have knocked. Like, I thought that it was Terra Fairy for sure, but I'm like, if it's Terra Fairy, I'm not beating it anyway with any other move. So it's better to go for the knock versus whatever stab. Like, but he Terra ghosted expected me to go for EQ, which makes sense. So I'm facing a fellow weather team, Sand, something I haven't seen in quite some time, if ever. It's probably my first driller I'm facing. So this is a war of the weather. My Ogerpon is looking handsome. It's funny because I think if I had just led the Ogerpon, he's probably gonna Ogerpon and then try to speed tie me. Or he could T-Tar, I doubt it. One would assume like it's probably some form of U-turning Bolt, and then said Bolt would U-turn on Ninetales and hard switch to T-Tar to stop the veil. Alternatively, could try to Ogerpon me directly. But my similar situation here, very Roaring Moon weak, very Dragonite susceptible. Everything almost literally is EQ, and it's Brown Ice weak. Very susceptible to Ogre. Like, his Ogerpon is my biggest issue. So let's say he were to Ogerpon instead of if he were to I don't have any great leads versus that Dragapult. But my worst case scenario would be staring down Ogerpon. So I'm more willing to stare down Dragapult than Ogerpon. Right, there we go. So Ogerpon could die to freeze dry now. Whereas prior, I mean, it's not great. I'm gonna be staring down T-Tar, but at least the positioning is different. you know, it's T-Tar versus I'll get at least some damage, I suppose. The T-Tar is gonna set up rocks. But I can't, if this has U-turn, I can't switch. Is that true? Could I suppose I could go to my what's this thing called? On the U-turn turn. But I'm staring down Tusk, which puts me in a similar-ish position. So I'll freeze dry and force the Taran. So be it. This at least gives me the weather control that I need. That I desperately need. Actually, I'm not gonna go for rocks. Well, I don't know much about this. This is probably smooth stone. If I were to tar, this is a better sequence. If I were to wellspring, so we both thinking of the wellspring. If I win this U-turn thing here, am I the type of guy that's gonna risk this? I'm definitely the type of guy. If I win the speed tie here, I open up so much. If I lose the speed tie here, I lose so much. And this is a very impatient play. In a case like this, the risk, if I was like a tournament game where it was serious, I wouldn't risk this. But on a ladder game where it's like, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. Not because it's a ladder game, but because this either does not have U-turn. I mean, he would have U-turn versus my Ninetales. So he's probably Power Whip or something like that. Or Swords Dance. I've seen this Trailblade. I'm U-turning. Fucking hell. Oh, I didn't think I would live. I didn't know I could live Power Whip. And I didn't know he could live U-turn. This is actually a really big deal. Because now he has to take Sandstorm damage and my Ogerpon is alive. That's actually a very big deal because now I get to Earth Power on likely Tusk, which is gonna bluff the Steel Beam. He's 1% out of Rock's death. But the Ogerpon being beat down is huge. That's what she said. Because this actually offensively is really problematic. Like Driller's 513. I mean 6 something. Driller's interesting because you gotta EQ. Is Ninetales a wild play, guys? Would a normal human being go for Earthquake here? I mean, go for Iron Head here? I think he has to Earthquake because if I stay in, he's dead. But the Dragonite scale would be. I don't know what these drillers are on. I could just give up Ogerpon. It's a little greedy to try to keep it out. Ogerpon. It does Earthquake, which I expected. And now I lure the Iron Head or the T-Tar play. Not gonna lie, I low-key wish I was. Oh, he double EQs. I don't get that. He might not have Iron Head or something. Why would he EQ? And how the fuck did I live? A beast. Is Rocks relevant in comparison to Earth Power? I can both Earth Power and get hazards. Pult coming in takes a ton of damage. Because the thing about it is that right now, D-Dance. Yeah, him Earthquaking my Ninetales is odd. Because if I Aurora Veil there, which you'd figured, maybe he thinks, okay, maybe he's like, okay, he's gonna anticipate my T-Tar and Aurora Veil. Our Ogerpon being gone is slightly problematic. Shadow Ball and Specs. Okay. Which means I get to Roaring Moon here. If I get the free switch to Roaring Moon, he loses a mine. What do you want to lose a mine? Yeah, he does. So let's see. So if I were to D-Dance, he would think my Roaring Moon. Earthquake or Acro. Or do I Dragon Dance? If I Dragon Dance, he thinks my Roaring Moon is. My reason is that I'm Acrobatics directly. I swear if he stays into Shadow Ball, I'm gonna be pissed. Acrobatics directly solves. You can never. You gotta go hard Tusk. And you're right, if it's a bulky Tusk, it causes me a lot of problems. Right, excellent. This is excellent because he gives me a 2-for-1 deal. I really could Dragon Dance here, but there's no reason to. Unless he terrors this. But I get rid of the Tusk and get to keep the Roaring Moon because I can still just come in and Dragon Dance a different turn. Or just Earthquake when I come back in next time because nothing. Earthquake is a KO every turn. They sacks Raging Bolt for some reason. I'm gonna say sack because the best you can do is Thunderclap here, which you should never do because if I DD, you're fucked. So very odd decisions to keep Tusk in exchange for. Okay. T-Tower just collapsed. The beauty of it is that now he's very susceptible to ground stabs. So he Iron Heads this time, which implies to me, that, oh well, I can't even do shit about this. There's no way he was Bandit. Bandit would have killed my, there's some other item other than Bandit. Fire to Aurora Veil, and he were to go to R. If he has the Stone of the Edge, that would be an issue. Pain Split would do next to nothing. I'll Pain Split though. It'll do some damage. Sack Moth. He Stealth Rocked. What's a fuck shit? That was a shit play. Why would you Rocks there? Oh my god. Him Roxing there was actually a super big risk. Actually can just sub down here. Think about it. Him Roxing there was a super big risk. Because if I go, that's a Mon down. If I say he's knocking. If I go 9 sails, probably could have win tails here, honestly. But he loses a Mon this turn. I guess Sax T-Tar. Yeah, I don't think this guy is thinking this through. Because I'm like super confused by his decision making. Rocks there was an awful play. You go for the KO if you have a rock move, unless he didn't have a rock move. But in a situation like that, you're in the perfect position. You want to always attack positions that cannot be defended. Art of fucking War rule number 1. Shadow Ball, I don't even think kills me. 2 turns, okay. But the position you're holding, the other Mons left, you want to have Dragapult because the positions you have remaining, the Mons you have remaining prevent Veil from going up. Right, and so now, well, I just need 1 Dragon Dance because I'm Jolly D-Knight. And so the issue is that the Mons you send in allow Veil to come up. Like, you don't want to give me Veil. Right. Not even sure what to expect here. Maybe Driller has something that I'm not aware of, or we're gonna see Sandstorm drill here. We're gonna be seeing a Sandstorm's Excadrill. Oh, Ironhead. That's like Sandstorm. A Pain Split back. Leftovers. And then Dragonite under Veil. There's Dragon Dances. Yeah, makes sense to go hard pulp because you're not expecting me to be Jolly, but I am. I don't want my thing broken. Terra Ice. Ensure it dies. Take advantage of the Veil. Terra Water. Bulk up. Oh no. I have one more turn of Veil and Scale. 17%. Would he have CC? Rocky Helmet, Headlong Rush? If he has CC, then my play is to Roost. Well, my play is to Roost anyway, I think. Headlong Rush, yeah. So he has a dropping move. Yeah, that was close. Headlong Rush bulk up, that's interesting with Rocky Helmet. Can't make this stuff up. Well, we are a few points away from the 1800s, and so we're on path. What time is it? 8:33. We're gonna wrap it up there. I shouldn't have recorded this late. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Hit the like button down below because the key thing with hitting the like button, if you guys watch, I know sometimes you forget, is that it allows those who don't know that I'm back to re-engage, because I know YouTube's different now. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.